Hello and welcome to another Geordie Giant Veg. Today I'm going to show you how I'm doing my Wilma system, which is a dripper system by a company called Nutriculture. I'll let you have a quick look at it now, and I'll point out a few things which I've been doing, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I was going to put onions in this system, but I've decided against it. I'm going to put some leeks in to try and see if I can get some big leeks, like I have over there in my other pots, which I'll show you a bit later on in the video. I'll show you this one quickly. Okay, this Wilma system, it's on a big tank at the bottom. I'll let you have a quick look. So basically what you do is, you fill the tank up with water, and then in here you have a little pump. I don't know if you can see it behind my hand there. There's a pump there in the bottom. This is full of water. This is your nutrient chamber, and it's normally got a little red cap on the top, and that pump feeds these drippers, which are linked to these ends. And what happens is you put 2 of these cables per pot. So you fill your pot up with your medium. I'll be putting these leeks in. I will be putting the leeks in at a bit of an angle because I don't want the flags to grow against each other. So I want them to grow slightly askew like that, so they won't hit each other, basically, if that makes sense. Above them I've got this 600 watt Gavita light. It's just a standard Gavita, it's not a Pro, it's not a 750, it's just a standard 600 watt sodium Gavita bulb, Gavita light. In this Wilma system, I'll turn this, I'll turn the pump on now so you can see the jets working. The pump is on a timer, so is the light on a timer over here. Just a simple timer. You flip you can turn it on and off. If I can get me. Right, that's turned on now. And as you can see, these drippers would spray the nutrient solution. I haven't got the nutrient solution in yet. I haven't got that sorted out. But each one of these drippers will stick in the medium, and I've got it set for twice a day for 15 minutes. That'll come on 8 in the morning, 8 at night. Give them a good feed, and once it's finished feeding, I'll turn it off because it might be a bit loud. Turn it off. Once it's finished doing its feed, it drains out the bottom of the hose, as you can see, and back down this little chamber, drainage chamber, and if you can see it there, just draining back in through the hole, back into the nutrient reservoir. So it's recycled and put back in, and every so often you'll have to check your pH and your EC of your system to see if it needs more topping up. I will be adding some additives to this. I'm going to be pushing these 4 leeks, quite far to see how far I can get them. If they're looking alright, I might enter them into a show. If not, then they'll probably end up on the compost heap, but I'm willing to have a go and see how it goes. In this system, I'm going to be using a medium cocoa. I'll show you this. It's a different selection of cocoa, this. It's cocoa chips. It's not the normal cocoa. I've got a bag open over here, which I can show you. 2 seconds. Sorry for the camera darting about. This is normal cocoa in this bag. As you can see, it basically looks like a compost, but it's got no nutrients or additives in it at all. It's for to purely give your roots a stable place for to grow and, you know, accept the nutrients which is being given to it through the dripper system or whatever way you're feeding it. So yeah, but this one is cocoa chips. It's not as fine, it's a bit more chunkier, which I think will help with the drainage. So you don't want your leeks in a boggy medium sort of thing. So you want it to drain through quite quick. You want the roots to get what they want, but you don't want them to sit in water. You don't want it to be boggy and squelchy. So hopefully this will help the nutrient solution drain through the medium. The roots will get what they need, and the excess solution will just drain out the bottom and back into the reservoir. So join us in a couple of minutes when I've got all 4 pots potted up. I've got all my bags there, as you can see. My bags of cocoa ready to go in these pots. Got the drippers ready, and I'll probably have my nutrient solution in ready, and they'll be ready to rock and roll and get it and go. See you in a minute. I've just finished potting up the leeks here into the bigger pots. There's just a massive destruction here, I'll show you. Huge lot of destruction, umpteen bags used. There's the old compost I've knocked off and the air pot I've been taking the leeks out of. But here we go, I've got the 4 leeks in the system now. And I've decided to change the dripper ends. These are the dripper ends, the blue ones I had in, which as you've seen before, they were squirting out really fast. So I've decided to change it round. I'm not going to use these ones, which are really, I would say, quite aggressive drippers. I've changed them to proper drippers, where you can see just it's a dripper, if you know what I mean. Drip, drip, drip. So they will be allowed to drip like that for half an hour twice a day in each. These 4 leeks are a Yorkshire Giant variety from Paul Rochester. Thanks very much, Paul, I appreciate that. And I'm hoping that I get some decent leeks if they come August time for my show. If these 4 are nice, healthy, strong leeks, as I hope they will be, which they should be, and I get 3 of them roughly the same, all decent, I'll probably end up putting them in my local show. If they end up decent. If they don't, then you know, it's just one of them things. I'll show you my leeks here. I've thinned them all down, I've sorted them out, I've tidied them up. These are the ones I'll be planting out my trench. I've ordered a polytunnel to come. I think I've ordered the wrong size, to be honest. The one I've ordered's a bit big. I've mucked up on the sizes, but I'll see if I can get it in anyway on my allotment. It's not colossal, but I think it might be a bit big. But as you can see, my big leeks here. This is another Yorkshire Giant from Paul Rochester. It'll be getting a similar type of feed in that other Wilma system. There's 2 of them here. But as you can see, it's a beautiful, healthy, big leek. I think it's got 17 flags on at the last count. My giant carrots are starting to do alright now. My onions in here, as you can see, they're starting to hurtle away underneath this Spectrum King 400 SK Plus LED light. Beautiful light. Yeah, I've got another system I've been given, which I was going to put the onions in that system, but I'm going to put the leeks in like I've done. And I've got another 4-pot system. I'm going to put the other 4 onions in. I'll be able to squeeze them in this tent in this system. I'll move them leeks out. Everything in there basically come out. What's going back in this tent is 4 giant carrots in big barrels, 80-litre tubs in cocoa. I'm going to try and grow giant carrots in that with an additive and a nutrient program. What I'm going to do, I might grow 2 giant parsnips in there. I'm going to have a go, see if I can get a couple of giant parsnips as well. I've never even tried growing giant parsnips. And I'll have 4 onions in there in an alien system. I don't know if I can show you it quickly, it's being in its box, but in here I've got another system, a full system, and it's for an alien kit. It's an RDWC system, and basically the onions will go in here. It's a bubbler system. The onions will go in here, not aliens. It'll sit in here on top of the bucket in a solution, but you'll see more about that later. I've got another one here, another little tester kit, which I've got 4 different pots, which I'll be putting 4 different types of chilies in this corner. That'll be getting moved out the way, and I'm going to put another little tent over in that corner with a little light. I'll not have a big light, it'll just be a CFL or something like that, not be a 600 watt sodium or anything like that, not out flashy. It's just for to grow some chilies, some super hot chilies. There'll be 4 different size pots. It's kind of like a display model from the same company, Alien. There's a lot going on. Like I say, I've got my polytunnel coming, which should have arrived already, but it hasn't. I've managed to source my topsoil. I've ordered 2.5 ton for to come to the allotment, so I'll be getting a saw back soon, filling the trenches up. I've got to buy the timber for to make the trenches after I've put down the weed suppressant and put my polytunnel down. It's just a cheap polytunnel for this year. One of the crap ones, basically. You'll know the ones I'm on about. But next year I'll look to recover it with a decent polythene This year I'll just have to make do with the crap cover they send. So I've got a clear one, not a green one, because I think green ones are just horrible anyway. But yeah, I'll show you more about that when I'm up at the allotment. I've got a lot more going on. The leaks at home in the flood and drain system seem to be taking off now that it's starting to get a bit lighter, and they seem to be doing really well. I need to check on them. My giant cabbages, they need potting on into their final pots before planting out now, because they're getting colossal. They look really good, strong, healthy cabbages. I'm happy with them. So I think I've got about 8 of them. I might end up planting about 4. Sorry if I'm speaking a bit quick. My mind's racing. All sorts going on. I'm going to try a big pumpkin. I know I'm going to be stuck for space, but I'll see if I can cram one in and make do with the space I've got. My marrow, obviously. I've got another couple of onions I'm going to be going on. I've tried some exhibition onions, and they're just crap. They're not. I don't think I'm going to get anything out of them, but I'll plant some out regardless in a trench, and hopefully I'll get some alright size ones, 2-3 pounders, to get a set of 3 for my local show. I'm not holding my breath though, because I know there's a long time between now and the bench, but they're nothing at all at the moment, so I'm not really holding my breath with them, if I'm being quite honest. But yeah, everything's a go. Busy as always. 60-hour weeks working, 6 days a week, rarely get time off. So I've got an extremely busy week next week, so I'm looking to squeeze things in if and when I can. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I love all your comments, and especially all your comments of support. I really appreciate that. You know, there's some really nice people out there who are interested in what I'm doing. Genuinely interested in what I'm doing, and you know, there's the odd one or two who slate this sort of thing and say you can't do this and you can't do that. And like I said on my last video, I don't want to hear can'ts. If you haven't done it yourself, and you know for a fact, if you haven't done it yourself and you don't know for a fact that it won't work, then don't even bother trying to tell me that it won't work, because unless someone's done it and you know for a fact that it won't work, I'm going to do it anyway and see if I can get it to work my way. It's just the way I am. I'm a bit of a stubborn mule. I just want to have a go myself. I don't want people to tell us it won't work. No one likes to hear that, do they? So yeah, I'm going to crack on, do what I'm doing, happy doing what I'm doing, and hopefully surprise a few people, because at the moment with some of the results, I mean, that big leak I've got over there, I mean, I had a lovely couple in from Alnwick. They come all the way from past Alnwick actually to see us last week, and they popped in and had a coffee. Like I say, pop in, come and see us and speak to us. Lovely guy called Jimmy and his wife, and we sat and had a good chat, you know, and he was just such a lovely man. I really enjoy people coming and picking my brains and helping me out and helping me learn as well. So feel free to come down. Like I say, I've got my free seed swap wall there. If you've got any seeds you're not going to grow, come down, stick them on the seed swap wall, take the ones away. There's giant pumpkins on there, there's giant tomatoes, chilies, giant gourds, you name it, it's on there. There's tons of stuff on there. So get yourself down here, come and speak to us, come and have a coffee. They're free, obviously. I'm not going to charge people. I don't charge people for coffee. And it'll be nice to see us and have a bit of interaction with some people, and you'll be able to see me systems for yourself and then make your own mind up. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again on the next one. I'm at my house now. Just a little follow on from the video I did up at the shop there. I'll show you me giant cabbages. These are from Medwin Williams Seeds. They are a bit leggy, as you can see. You know, they've been in a greenhouse and amongst each other, all struggling for the light. But they're flying on now. They were in 3-litre pots, and we're going to pot them up one last time before they're going to get planted out in the old Morrison's special there, the flower buckets. So they'll be getting put into them for the last one. I'll show you what the roots are like on them in a second. Actually, they're a bit they're bone dry. It's been a red hot day today, so a few of them are all wilted, as you can see. I'm only looking to plant about 4 of these, if I'm being honest, 4 or 6, but I've got 10. So I'll see what happens there. I'll pick the strongest out of these 10 and plant them out. But I'll show you the roots in 2 seconds. I'll get one of the pots off. There we go. I've took one of the pots off there, and you can see it was come out of this pot. It's due for a potting up. Lovely white root structure there, with the added perlite in there, not perlite, sorry, vermiculite in the soil to give it some moisture. But the roots always tend to get a bit compacted and solid, so when I put this on into the next size up, which will be this one, I'll break these. See these roots? I'll give them a little break. I'll snap them up a little bit. Doesn't matter if you snap some off, and then that will persuade the cabbage to rejuvenate itself, sort of thing, and push to grow more roots, so it becomes stronger. You're not damaging it. It gives it that little bit of shock to help it produce more roots, sort of thing. Well, that's what I'm led to believe anyway, if I follow the people who know what they're doing. Yeah, so I'll show you in 5 minutes time when I've got all these potted on. I'm going to keep them in my little shack here until I plant them out. I'm going to give them a good watering. While I've got you here now, is that a caterpillar? No, it's not a caterpillar. I thought it was a bit early for caterpillars. I'll show you me flood and drain system, what I've got the Cumbrians in. I'll just show you them now. And as you can see, there's a marked improvement from how long have I had them in? 2 weeks. They've been in 2 weeks, and I think the improvement of these 8 leeks are astonishing after planting them out. Lovely healthy leeks, they're immaculate. I'm gonna a guy called Harry Hydro has been really nice enough to send us some shield back off, which I'm going to be trying on these leeks. I'm just waiting for it to come, but he sent me a sample of that, so I'm over the moon with that. He's going to send me some, and I'm going to put it on these leeks to try it. Kills all the harmful bacteria, apparently. It's meant to be cracking stuff, and from what I've seen of people using it, it's outstanding, so I'm looking forward to getting some on these leeks. But yeah, these are growing spot on. Yeah, like I said before, it's all go at the moment. I'll get myself down the allotment tomorrow. Oh, I haven't shown you my other little. I've got 4 onions. I had 4 spare onions, and they were kind of wilting and dying, if I'm being honest. So I think I've saved them. I've got them in something called an Oxypot 4. So I've got this hydroponic unit here. That's what you can hear bubbling away. It's got air stones inside underneath each of these onions, and in the basket the roots grow through into a nutrient solution which is inside the middle here, and the roots will grow at the bottom of the basket, and hopefully I'll produce 4 decent onions. But as you can see, they're all yellow and a bit knackered, but I put some CalMag, which is calcium and magnesium, in there, which hopefully will give them a good boost. It's what they need. They were just left basically, so I'm hoping that these will be alright, and they'll pull through. They look like they're going to pull through. The new growth's nice and fresh and green. I don't know how I'm going to support these after these canes are too small. I've got no idea, but I'll wrap my head around something and I'll build something like I always do, and they generally work. So I might put get some of the pipe again and make like a 4-way box for to sit over the top of that, with a divider in between for to section off each square, and put the support, the pipe insulator on that boxing, and just have the flutes hanging over the top of that. So that should work. I'll wrap my head around something. I'll get it sorted out. I'll show you, no doubt. Yeah, thanks for watching. I did have 2 300 watt dual spectrum, no, blue, these are for growth, light kits I've got, and I was going to put them up above these, but I don't think these are going to need them, to be honest. I've got these little nano reflector T5s over them at the minute, because giving them that little bit extra light at night. It's only, I think they're only getting an extra hour at night, because they were in a tent with the same amount, so I didn't want to shock them to send them to seed, if that makes sense. So I've tried to keep the light as much as I can. Similarly, I've got 4 spare Cumbrians which will be going in the trench. But like I say, as Mother's Day, I've got my polytunnel coming. I'm going to dig a trench for my polytunnel to sit in, like a big rectangle trench for it to sit in, so it doesn't blow away. And hopefully I can get the weed suppressant on the ground in there, get some trenches built inside. I'm going to leave one end open with a bit of free space so I can put some pots in there, because I think I'm going to have a go at a few giant cucumbers in the polytunnel, and I'll rig up some supports for that cucumber so I can grow 3 or 4 instead of trying to grow just one and seeing how it goes. But yeah, that's all in the future, the fast approaching future. Thanks for watching. Any questions, like I say, just put them in the box below. If you haven't subscribed, do the jazz thing and subscribe, and it'll notify of any next videos and you get to see me progress. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate all your nice comments. I'll see you again on the next one.